sleigh. Come on, let's be.
And he is one of the greatest of all time. And so, in the season, I mean, look at now, just going back.
Yeah, we're playing out with the trip. Where do we go this year?
He's like extension, maybe.
I'll say this, man.
I don't think that's Valanciunas as far as
God, that's not what you want.
Wagering on this, Rob. They still need a
If you were Dallas.
there would not have been a trade. I would have gone to a different team. I would have asked for all their picks.
Okay.